Look, let's just be real for a second. Nobody really cares about feeling rested. What you actually care about is that you feel like you're looking older every time you see a mirror, your joints ache for no reason, and your body just doesn't bounce back like it used to. Well, the secret to fixing that isn't some $1,000 cream. It's your sleep. And I'm telling you, you're doing it completely wrong. And I know what so many of you are thinking. I'm fine on 6 hours, I'm a grinder, I hustle. Listen to me, you are not fine. You are actively, right now, hitting the fast forward button on aging and making it impossible for your body to repair itself overnight. That's not a badge of honor. It's a slow-motion biological car crash.
He's 100% right. And that biological car crash, it actually has a scientific name: dysynchronization. And this is so much bigger than just feeling a little groggy. This is the clinical term for when your body's internal clocks go into total, utter chaos. And the science is crystal clear. This chaos is a superhighway to chronic diseases.
So what do people do? They reach for a sleeping pill, right? You have to understand this. That is fake sleep. Those pills don't give you the natural deep sleep your body needs. They just sedate you. They knock you out. It's the illusion of rest without any of the real restorative, joint-repairing benefits your body is literally screaming for. Exactly. And if you really want to fix this, you have to understand what's actually going on under the hood. It all boils down to one simple, powerful concept. Your body's internal clock is broken. And when that master controller goes down, your health goes down with it. Okay, so let's dive into what this clock actually is. It's called your circadian rhythm. The best way to think about it is like the conductor of a giant orchestra, and that orchestra is your body. It's a built-in 24-hour cycle that's supposed to tell every single cell what to do and when to do it. When to be awake, when to rest, when to release hormones, and, most importantly for us, when to repair. Now, here's where it gets super interesting. You don't just have one clock. You have a master clock in your brain that's supposed to be the big boss running the show. But then you have all these smaller peripheral clocks all over your body, in your liver, your muscles, even in your fat cells. And here's the kicker. They listen to the master clock, but they also listen to other signals, especially when you eat. So if you're eating a big meal late at night, you are telling your liver's clock that it's go time at the exact same moment your brain's clock is trying to shut the whole factory down for repairs. That is desynchronization in action. And that explains everything, doesn't it? When your clocks are at war with each other, the nightly repair crew never even gets the message to clock in. There's an orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Kumoy, who's been studying this, and he warns that without that deep, synchronized sleep, all tissue and joint repair basically grinds to a halt. You are literally waking up almost as damaged as when you fell asleep. And you know what? It actually gets worse. A broken clock doesn't just stop repairs. It unleashes total hormonal chaos. So let's talk about the #1 villain here, your stress hormone, cortisol, and how it's secretly hijacking your nights and aging you from the inside out. Okay, so here's how it's supposed to work. In a healthy body, your cortisol is highest in the morning. That's a good thing. It's your natural get up and go signal. It wakes you up, gives you energy. Then, as the day goes on, it should gently go down, hitting its lowest point right before bed. That lets your sleep hormone, melatonin, take over and guide you into deep, restorative sleep. But in a body with a disrupted clock, the complete opposite happens. Your cortisol is flat in the morning. That's why you feel like a zombie and need 3 cups of coffee just to function. And then it spikes at night. This is what we call the disastrous cortisol flip. It's what gives you that awful, tired but wired feeling. Your body is exhausted, but your mind is just racing. And that nighttime cortisol spike drives inflammation, which is a key driver of chronic disease. I mean, just look at this. If you have ever felt like this, completely overwhelmed, frazzled, exhausted, but you just can't turn your brain off, that isn't just stress. That is the physical sensation of your cortisol being totally out of whack. Your own stress hormone is working against you, keeping you sick and tired. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a pretty big one. So the big question is, how do we fix it? Well, the great news is you absolutely can. We can reset these clocks. And forget the pills, functional medicine gives us a clear, actionable roadmap. We're about to give you 3 powerful hacks to reclaim your night, and you can start tonight. It all comes down to controlling your environment. See, your internal body clock pays very close attention to cues from the outside world. And the 3 most powerful cues, by far, are light, temperature, and timing. If you can master these 3 pillars, you can literally force your body clock back into a healthy, natural rhythm. First up, and this one is the most important, light. You have to become a warrior against light at night. Your bedroom needs to be a cave. I mean, pitch black. Cover your windows. Put electrical tape over the tiny lights on your alarm clock and chargers. Seriously, even a tiny pinprick of light can disrupt your melatonin production. And the blue light from screens, your TV, your phone, it's absolute poison for sleep. You have to turn them off at least 4 to 5 hours before bed. This part is completely non-negotiable.
All right, next up are temperature and timing. These are quick but crucial. First, your body temperature naturally needs to drop to help you fall asleep, so keep your bedroom cool. Second, your body loves a routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day. Yes, even on the weekends, it makes a huge difference. And finally, stop sending your body confusing signals. No intense workouts or heavy meals for at least 4 hours before you want to sleep. Let your system wind down.
And hey, if you're doing all of this and you feel like you still need a little extra nudge, here's a quick tip. The science is solid on using a very low dose of melatonin, somewhere between 0.5 and 5 milligrams, to help reset that cycle. Magnesium is also a total game changer for just helping your body and your mind relax before bed. Now, these hacks will give you incredible results. But if you want to lock in those gains and build a truly resilient body, we have to talk about the foundation. You can fix your sleep, but if you're fueling your body with garbage all day, you're building a mansion on quicksand. Sleep is absolutely critical, but what you eat is the next and arguably most important piece of the puzzle.
And that brings us to this, a foundational tool in functional medicine. It's called the Core Food Plan. Before we get into any specialized, complicated diets, mastering these principles is what it's all about. This is designed to balance your blood sugar and crush inflammation, giving your body the raw materials it needs to actually heal itself.
So, what is it? Think of the Core Food Plan as the fundamental instruction manual for how to eat. It's not about being weird or restrictive. It's simply about getting a healthy balance of quality protein, healthy fats, and good carbs from a huge variety of nutrient-dense, colorful fruits and vegetables. Mastering these basics is the absolute starting point for real health.
So you now know how to fix your sleep. The next step is to fix your fuel. If you are serious about slamming the brakes on rapid aging, about healing your body, and about getting your energy back for good, you have to get your diet right. So do this now. Hit that subscribe button, because our very next explainer is going to be a deep dive into the Core Food Plan. You do not want to miss it.